Right. Good evening, everyone. This is Robert at English 360, and I'm here with a person today who has some experience in learning English, and she has been around different countries as well, which is interesting because you know I teach English, so I have work in a school and I have students, and it's very I try to make it interesting, but how interesting can studying be? If you think about studying, it can be interesting, but how interesting can it be compared to traveling and learning it abroad and learning it with friends and stuff, and even TV songs and that's why I think it's important to know that there are other ways of learning English, which is fun, So I'm gonna invite her in, and we can have a chat, and let's see how it goes. Hello there.
Hello.
Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Federica. I'm 22. I don't know what should I say. I'm a student, and
Right.
I came to Robert in the school because I wanted to improve my English for academic goals.
Right. So tell us about your very first time that you wanted to learn English, or you were learning at school, perhaps. How was it compared to?
Okay, I was learning English in the beginning at school because, like in the Italian high school, we have an amount of English hours.
Right.
But then I will improve when I was abroad in Erasmus, because in one point I wanted to talk with people to say my opinion about some topics, and I couldn't. It was like blocked. I wanted to talk more. I want to say more, and I couldn't. So just talking with other people and being in the situation, I start to talk a bit more.
Yeah, that's it, right? Because when necessity, there's an expression there somewhere that I can't find, but necessity is like the mother of all needs, of all
Yeah, when you need
inventions.
something.
Yeah,
When
necessity
you
is the
need.
mother of all inventions. It came
Yeah.
out eventually. Yes, and that is why, for example, I managed to pick up Spanish and Italian because I never went to school. Shocked, people are shocked because I never had the time or the kind of patience to sit in a class. So the teachers can be the worst students, right? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
So what
Again,
happened after school? You went to high school, did you?
yeah, I went to the high school. After the high school, I went to the university, and still in the university, we have the English course. And
Right.
it was quite fine because with like the university professor, we start studying more the pronunciation and
Right.
more specific terms. But it wasn't enough just to have a talk also with someone and be more fluent and more, I'd say, like myself when I'm talking with someone,
Yeah.
when I'm talking with a friend.
So what was the reason which really pushed you? Said, look, I need to speak, I need to learn. Was it the desire to be able to say what you wanted to say? Was it?
Yeah, to just talk and be myself also if I'm not talking in Italian in my mother tongue. I mean, like if you can talk and you cannot express yourself, for me it was really at a limit, and I didn't want to. So I put all my efforts to go over it.
Yeah. So here's the thing: how much many students are often worried. Some are absolutely terrified of making mistakes, and this
Yeah,
is something I
that's the
don't
biggest
understand
problem.
why. Because no one's
Yeah,
gonna.
I think it's normal because in the beginning, like I was really shy and I was really scared to make mistake when I was talking, or I don't know, I didn't know how to express what I wanted to say. It was the biggest problem. And at one point, I was just don't caring about it, just trying. And if people understand me, that was fine. If they didn't, I was trying better and hardly to make my point and make people understand what I was saying.
Right. And did you find that when you were making mistakes, you must have realized that you were making mistakes. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're silly mistakes, like a verb or a noun. Did you
Hmm.
feel embarrassed, or you said, "What the hell? Who cares? I'm getting through to people. That's more important."
Yeah, like also right now when I'm talking, sometimes I'm doing mistakes and I'm recognizing them, but in the same time I keep talking and like making that nothing is happening, just keeping going, keep going.
Yeah, pretend as though nothing is happening. If I can
Yeah.
give this piece of advice, I mean, it is so important. This is so important, and it's coming from a student of mine, but more than just a student, a person that who's come to do the exam, but she already spoke English well, so I can't take any credit for that. I have to be honest. But this is
Okay.
what's important. Who cares about the mistake? Just go with the flow, speak,
Yeah,
and
that
get
was
through to people. Get through to people, and as people like the mother tongues, they care more about the speed than the accuracy, unless you're literally making no sense. You're
yes.
literally saying things which are mixed between past and present and future, but we don't know. And in that case, yes, it's a problem because you put people under pressure. And yeah, so tell me about your trips abroad, where you went and how did it go? The very first
Okay.
trip.
Okay, I was for 7 months in Portugal. I went there with through the university because it was an Erasmus Plus program, and
Yeah.
actually I was studying there, and I met a lot of people from different countries, and I was really in an international context that was completely the right place to learn and to just trying to make new friends. So you have to talk a bit more, when you are in that kind of situation that you are kind of alone in another countries and you have
You have to
to meet
get
new.
by.
Yeah.
You have to get by. You have to get by. Did you find it hard to make friends?
Not so hard. Actually, because I'm really a friendly person. I'm talking with everyone, and that
Yeah.
wasn't the problem. And then, actually, when you go abroad, especially if you're going in Erasmus, there are these associations, Universitarian Association,
Yeah.
that it's called ESN, and there you can meet other people that are in Erasmus as you.
Yeah.
So you meet other people that want to meet new friends and to just partying or having fun. And
Right.
this is not the problem. When you are abroad, in the beginning, maybe it's difficult, of course. But then when you have a point, someone is going to be fine.
Right. So you had literally, how long did you take to settle in?
1 hour in the airport because I met a guy who was from Rome.
Seriously? A
Yeah,
guy from
seriously.
Rome?
Yeah, I met this guy once in Rome because we followed a course together, and then I never met him another time.
Oh,
And when I was
destiny.
when I was in the airport, I was like waiting to grab my luggage and other stuff, and I met him, and it was wonderful. Really, it was the best thing.
Right. That's just pure luck. But so that was easy. But how long did you actually take to get inside? Where were you? Portugal? Did you
Inside,
say you're
huh?
in Portugal? Did you say you're in
Yeah, I
Portugal?
was in Porto.
Yeah, Porto. Okay. Did you ever go to the UK by any chance? London
I went
town.
there for my birthday, but just few days, just to visit London and
Ah,
to be
that's a
around.
pity because London is very, very nice city
Yeah,
for
very
young
nice.
people. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
I
look,
love it.
if you go there, I'm from London, so I left London because I was actually a bit tired of the weather. But if you go as a young person and you have the life in front of you, and you've got nothing to worry about. You've got
Hmm.
no mortgages to pay, no bills to pay, nothing in your name, no car in your name. You're just completely free. You don't actually realize what a blissful state that is. That's not going to
Yeah.
happen for the rest of your life. Then you're going to get a car, slowly you're going to get a flat, you're going to rent, you're going to have to pay rent, bills. I wanted to use an expression, but I can't. But something hits the fan. It's just literally
Hmm.
you get into a rut, and you're always in the rut, and it's difficult to get out. But until you are free, go, experience, learn,
Yeah, that's my opinion.
yeah, and even if you
Like,
don't speak English, don't you think
you
if
will
you
talk anyway. You don't need to talk in English to go up. Then you will
exactly.
talk later.
Yeah, I'm saying this, and probably it's going against the business we run because we teach English and we tell people it's important to learn. But in the end, you will survive because, as I said, necessity is the mother of
Yeah.
all
When
inventions.
you
You will
need,
come up.
a necessity, you are going to talk anyway. If you want to eat, like my opinion also before to leave to go in Portugal, it was if you want to eat, if you want something to drink or whatever, you need to talk. So it is not going to be a
Yeah,
problem not talking English or having a lot of, I don't know, bad ideas about it. Like I
yeah,
cannot talk and like having some
yeah.
problems.
Inhibitions are bad for
Yeah,
you, and this is something which happens to as you grow up, but it happens even to teenagers and people your age. They're very innovative. They think that it's you got to be perfect to speak. And at the end of the day, I think you've got to remember the language is just that. It's just a means of communication. It's not a subject. It's not the main thing you learn in life. You learn
yeah.
something, and then you can do it in English, and you can do it in Spanish, and you can do it in Italian. If you're an engineer, you can communicate in all these languages. But English in itself is not a
It's not
final goal.
difficult. No.
It's not a final goal. It's a means. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you going
You have to
running because
use it
exactly.
to
It's like
arrive where you want to go.
exactly, because I'm a runner, so I use a lot of these metaphors. Yeah. So
Hmm.
trainers, if you have a pair of trainers, good because you can run better. But if you wanted to go running barefoot, you could. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people do. So that's it. So that was that. And have you ever been to other countries apart from London for a holiday and Porto? Porto
Yeah.
is
Is
not a
it?
country, I know. It's a
No,
city though.
it's a,
It's London.
yeah, it's a city. I've been in different city around Europe,
Hmm.
and but just for visiting, and I wish to travel again soon.
Right.
I think maybe in February I'm going somewhere again.
That's fantastic. What advice would you give anyone who was, starting now, starting to
Starting
study?
now, that mainly the grammatical part and the technical part is important, but the most important thing is just to get used to it,
Hmm.
Just start to watch series in English, maybe before with the subtitle, then try to do without, if you can understand or if it's still too difficult for you. And step by step you will improve and you won't notice it. It will be so easy. We are like, oh wow, how I did it.
How did it happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And what would you say to people, for example, who are doing masters abroad? Do you think it's a good idea, or who are planning to do
Yeah,
masters abroad?
I want to do a master's abroad actually. So I think it's really a good idea. Then I'm not saying that Italy is bad. It's bad for this. It's not a good country, but in my opinion, like going abroad for studying is opening your mind to a different culture, and also it's a different method of study.
Yeah.
So there are some good advantages, and that's good. Also, more than English, you can start talking another language, maybe because you are not in England or in the
Yeah.
States. So,
Absolutely. Okay, look, Federica, thanks heaps. Thanks very much for your comments. I mean, it's really important that people just chill out and learn whatever they want to learn in a relaxed manner. Not worry about it too much. Perhaps have a holiday. Perhaps go for a work experience. That's something you can do.
yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us again.
Thank you.
If you have any comments, let us know. Bye for now, Federica. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye bye. So yes, it's the last thing I would add is that if you are thinking about doing an English course, by all means, English course will help you. They will give you a lot of grammar, vocabulary. They'll correct your pronunciation. They will get you up to speed with the level of English. But that is not the only way. And if you can't afford to pay for an English course because they can be expensive, then take the advice of Federica today. She came up with brilliant ideas, and go for it. Go for it. Don't be shy. Don't worry about your mistakes. It's not your first language, so you will make mistakes, and it's perfectly normal. Trust me, people who speak English normally make mistakes. So have a nice one. This is a short live. Tomorrow we're doing advanced speaking English with some samples. Really important broadcast. So if you can join us, that would be great. If you like this live, please hit the like button, and I shall see you soon. Remember to subscribe. Bye for now. Peace.